Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of
Startup Chat.
I'm Afshin.
I'm Mo.
Okay, Mo, what do you want us to talk about today?
We talked about motivation and how motivation drives you to
Yes,
start a business and
yes,
go forward.
of course.
But how much we should push, how much we should follow up our dream.
Isn't
Is
that
there any limit?
Yeah, well, following the dream, I think there should be no limit to how much you follow your dream. I think that's like kind of a guiding light of how people should live their lives,
Mm-hmm.
right? But that was a very interesting. You said like, how far do we go
Yes.
with this motivation? So can this motivation actually become something that's driving us into the nowhere land
Mm-hmm.
because we're not accepting critique from others, right? So there's a fine balance, I think, between grit, not giving
Mm-hmm.
up, having dedication, and sticking to your plan, and at the same time listening to advice that might say, hey, this is not going to go where you think it will go.
Mm-hmm.
And that balance is one of the hardest decisions anyone who creates a startup needs to make. So whose advice do you choose to follow? And are you going to pivot at any point in time?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you just going to say, you know what, I'm going to drop the mic, this is it, I tried, it didn't work. And you pack up and go home and try with a new idea another day,
What
right?
happened to your ego?
Oh, that's a good one. We've talked about ego, so we don't want to
Yeah.
bring ego into this and make it an ego conversation. But uh, that was that was a good one. So my take on it is that the people who lead are responsible to make sure that they have proper advice
Mm-hmm.
on how they're progressing. And having proper advice only comes from people who have a stake in what you're doing. And also, the advisor with no stake in what you're doing, I don't think can give proper advice because they have no skin in the game. Now, they could,
Mm-hmm.
but in a very general way.
Yes.
But the specific proper advice is mostly from the people who are within your circles. They know what you're doing and they know all the facts and the fiction about where you're going in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's always tough to say, okay, I tried and it didn't work. Because what if you stick around a little bit more?
Yeah.
Right? And I think it comes to us personally. And again, we've talked about ego and motivation.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes to like, okay, are you really assessing things properly? Are you still motivated to carry on? Is your ego kind of interfering with the reality of where you are and what you can do? And if you answer all those and you come to the conclusion that, hey, the numbers talk
Mm-hmm.
and the market talks and the product talks. And if you're running out of cash, nobody's willing to support you, the product isn't being sold, and the market isn't reacting the way you want it, maybe it's time to go back to the drawing board.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is a non-idea that you started. And this happens to a lot of people. They build something and then look for a market for it. And we've also
Yeah.
talked about this, right? And so sometimes the sooner you realize that
Mm-hmm.
you need to pivot or go back to the drawing board or quit and move on, the better it is.
But it hurts.
Oh, of course it hurts. It hurts more than taking a toy away from a kid,
Yeah.
right? But it's a fact that we need to accept sometimes that, hey, we do make mistakes, and sometimes it's a learning lesson. And I believe people who have actually gone through these things and experienced these things become better startup founders because they'll pretty much know what not to do next
Mm-hmm.
time. I'm not sure how the statistics plays on that because I've read things that say no, the ones who win will keep winning more, and I've read the ones that says no, the ones who fail will win bigger next time, and
Mm-hmm.
all of that. But my personal belief is that failure can be something that's a learning process, and it can help you do things better if it
Of
doesn't
course.
jade you.
Perfect.
Anything else you want to add?
No, we can talk about this subject a lot because it's connected to ego, to motivation, to KPIs,
Yes.
as you mentioned, but not for this episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for watching another short episode of,
Startup chat.
and please do subscribe. And please do leave us your comments. We love to hear from you. And if there's something you want us to chat about, again, it's non-scientific, just our life experiences and what we think. We would love to have questions from you that we can add to future episodes. Have a great day.
See you.